Happy Father's Day. I know it's all ladies though this morning, so well, happy Father's Day regardless. I know this day for some of us is a joyful day, and for others of us, it can be a painful day. It can be a challenging day, and so wherever you're at, just know that I accept you as you are with the emotions that maybe this day brings, whether positive or negative. And we're going to have some time on our mat to hopefully, if not work through that, at least give ourselves a little bit of time before we get on with the rest of our day. So I've got a pretty big class this morning. I'm pretty impressed. At first I was worried that no one was going to join, in which case I would have just gone to the grocery store and done all of my errands. But I'm glad that you showed up, and I'm glad that you're here. So all of you have been doing this for a while. I think the only one I haven't seen in a bit is Jerry. So hi, Jerry, welcome back. We're gonna get started on our backs in a Supta Baddha Konasana. And if you have props, it's always a good idea to have them on hand. And if you don't, that's okay, we'll make do without them. So Supta Baddha Konasana on your back. Give me a moment to adjust my camera a little bit. Okay. So soles of the feet come together, knees open up wide, arms long by the side, or one palm resting on the chest, one palm resting on the tummy. Yikes, my back already shifting around. And if you have blocks nearby, you want to use them just to prop your knees a little bit higher. Definitely feel free to use them. Closing the eyes here. Starting to take some deep breaths. Beginning to step into yourself as a whole, the emotions, the spirit, and the physical. Feeling your place here on the mat. Taking some deep breaths. Noting the position of the knees. Is one knee higher than the other? Is one hip more open than the other? What about your shoulders? Are there parts in your back that are not connecting with the mat? I don't want you to force anything down. I just want you to notice, become aware. Guiding the hands to the outsides of the knees. Gently close those knees together like a book. Wrap that right leg over the left. Pick up the hips, move them slightly to the right, send them down for a twist. Either cactus the arms or take the arms open to a T, or drop those knees off to the left. Keep your gaze up, or drift your gaze over that right shoulder for a little more intensity. Gaze back to the center. Pull the knees back to the center. Pick up your hips, move them back to the center, and unwrap the legs. Other side, the left leg over the right. Pick up the hips, move them to the left, set them down, drop your knees to the right. Keep your gaze up or keep your gaze over that left shoulder. Gaze back to the center. Bring the knees back to the center. Pick up the hips, move them back to the center, and unwrap the legs. Separate the feet to hips with distance, soles of the feet flat. Knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Arms come long by the sides. Palm space down for your bridge pose. Push down to the soles of the feet and lift those hips up. Not only pushing down, but thinking about pulling the heels towards the shoulders. Now just for a little extra fun, reach the hands underneath the lower back. See if you can interlace the fingers and then shimmy your shoulders underneath the upper back. So the chest is really prominent. It's opening wide towards the ceiling. And then without changing the arms, just switch the crossing of the fingers. Maybe you can shimmy those shoulders a little bit more. One more breath. And gently release those arms back where they were, long by the side, and release the lower back one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Toe heel the feet out to the edges of the mat, and windshield wiper those knees side to side, side to side. Good. Coming back through to center. Toe heel those feet all the way back in, draw the knees in, start to rock up and down through the spine, touching the upper and the lower back. Eventually, rocking yourself forward to your high plank, crossing the shins or kicking the feet off to the side. Plant those palms, step back, high plank, and we'll let some more people who want to come in. So high plank, shoulders stack on top of the wrist, heels drive back. Welcome, Ingrid. High plank. Sitting those inner thighs up towards the ceiling. If this is too much, too fast, then set those knees down for a moment. Drive the palms away from each other. Reach to the crown of the head and breathe. Keeping the gaze down all the while so the neck stays long here. One more breath. Lowering the knees down to the mat. Keep those 10 toes tucked for just another moment. Shifting forward past the wrist. Bend the elbows back. So you lower halfway down. Pause there. Squeeze those elbows in. Now put the tops of the feet flat. Straighten through the arms. Lift those thighs for your first upward facing dog. Pause here. Shimmy a little side to side. Roll those shoulders back. One more inhale. Exhale. Lift those hips up towards the back end of your mat, downward facing dog. Ooh, bend to the knees, pedal out the heels, take some movement, shimmy yourself around. And then find some stillness. Spread those fingers out, gripping especially with the index and thumbs. Now if you're feeling a lot of tightness, then bend to your knees, give yourself a little bit of a break. You can always keep that soft bend into the knees if you want. Reaching that left leg high towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round to the spine, try to touch. Inhale, send that foot back. Two more. Exhale, knee to nose, round to the spine, try to touch. One more. Inhale, send that foot back. Exhale, knee to nose, round, curl in, try to step the foot all the way through the hands here. Runner's lunge, pop up to those fingertips, lower your back knee down, inhale. Exhale, half splits, rock those hips up and back. So here's where you can definitely use those blocks. Definitely use them if you need them. Drawing those left tippy toes back towards you. I should have grabbed mine actually, because look at how my back's all rounded. Definitely very tight this morning. Rebend into that front left knee. Toe heel the left foot away from you, lizard pose. Keeping that back knee down, stay high on the palms, lower to your forearms, blocks. Return into the palms, tuck those back tippy toes, lift your back knee up. Good. Keeping the palms where they're at, step your left foot back to your high plank, and then roll the edges of your feet to the right for your side plank. Right palm stays down, left arm reaches high. Option to stay here, step your left tippy toes out for your wild thing, spin your right foot flat, reach your left arm forward, wherever you're at, take one more inhale. Exhale, left palm comes down, back to your high plank. Option for a chaturanga or skip it if you're not feeling it. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So don't rush it. And if you're not feeling the chaturangas for today, guess what? You don't have to do them. Right leg reaches up. Reach to that flying heel, inhale. Exhale, leave the nose round, curl and try to touch. Inhale, send that foot high, 2 more. Exhale, leave the nose round, curl and try to touch. 1 more. Inhale, send that foot high. Exhale, leave the nose round, curl and twist, step the foot all the way through the hands. Runner's lunge, back knee lowers down, pop up to those fingertips or grab your blocks. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rock the hips up and back. Half splits, half splits. Adjust your stance as need be. So today here is super rainy and muggy, and I'm loving it. It's going to be a movie day for us. Well, first we have to go to the grocery store though, because we have no groceries whatsoever. I had basically almond butter and chocolate this morning for breakfast. Rebend into that front right knee. Toe heel your right foot away from you for your lizard pose, coming on the inside of that right foot. Palms, forearms, blocks. Keep that back knee down. And returning to the palms, tuck those back tippy toes, lift that back knee up. Step your right foot back to your high plank. Roll the edges of your feet to the left. Right arm reaches high for your side plank, so you can stay and squeeze your inner thighs together, or step your right foot up and over the left. Spin your left foot down. Wild thing, reach that right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale. Everyone meets in high plank, but option for chaturanga, completely an option. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing Dumbledore. Lowering down to a child's pose just for a moment. Hopefully you've already started to get into that ujjayi, slight restriction to the back of the throat, inhaling and exhaling. If you're still getting comfortable with that breath, then what better place to start figuring it out than in the comforts of your own home, where you don't have to worry about if anyone's listening or watching you. Remembering that, of course, even though this is a Vinyasa class, so it should be more of a flow, you can always stop and take breaks. You can, of course, go to the bathroom, get some water, hang out in child's pose when you need. Downward facing dog. High to the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Step your way to the top of the mat. Feet, hips, with distance. Generous bend into the knees. Ragdoll. Hanging heavy here. Reach your opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Switch the crossing of the forearms. Shift the weight forwards, backwards, balls and heels of the feet. And then find stillness. Let those arms hang, hang, hang. And very slowly pulling the belly up towards the spine. Begin to roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to stand. If that's rough, then use your hands to climb yourself up your thighs. When you get to the top, roll those shoulders back. And bringing the hands to heart center, feet still, hips with distance. Then give yourself a little bow, close the eyes. Reminding yourself that you are in control. You've been blessed with the opportunity to care for this body, which means that this practice is ultimately what you make of it. I'll give options, but you decide. You pick and choose. Gently blinking, eyes open, bring the big toes to touch, heels a sliver apart. Keep the hands at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, start to sit down and back into your chair pose. Utkatasana. So if you were with me this past week, we did a lot of chair. Drop your ribs down towards that belly button and then tuck your pelvis slightly underneath. So if you had a mirror or you can see yourself in the video, you see that your shoulders are in line with your hips. You have a nice straight line here. There's no disconnect. And hands still at heart center so we don't have to worry about that line all the way up through the fingertips. Squeeze your inner thighs together, sit a little bit deeper if you can, but if that's too much for your lower back, then stay up higher. Inhale. Exhale, start to twist to the left. Twist to the left. Hook that right tricep over that left thigh. And again, if you're like, you know what, my lower back's really bothering me, I'm just going to stay up in my chair, then definitely do that. Push the palms in towards heart center. Look down, make sure both knees are in one line with each other. The right isn't jutting in front of the left. And set your booty just a little bit further down. This is not easy, but you can do it. Good. Keep the chair, but bring the hands back through the center. We'll find that straight line again. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right this time. Hook that left tricep over that right thigh. If you're not doing the twist, then you're staying up in your chair. You're rather staying down in your chair the whole time. This is meant to be a quick way to get our heart rate up. So if you're already starting to sweat and shake a little bit, that's good news. Push your palms in and in. Twist out, twist out. Good, keep the chair, come on back through the center, find that straight line again, one more inhale, and exhale, fold forward, release. Good job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your high plank. This time, lower both knees down and find your tabletop, a little bit of a break. Pull those palms directly underneath the shoulders. Reach your right arm high, inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, thank goodness. Thread the needle, right shoulder, right ear down towards the mat. Extend that left arm forward. That was my computer, not yours, don't worry. Everyone's like, I got an email. No, it wasn't an email, just like a notification. Then pull that left palm back in. Reach that right arm back high towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, right palm down. Other side, left arm reaches high. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder, left ear towards the mat. Right arm reaches forward. Oh, that twisting though, it really helped. It really helped me. I don't know if it helped you. Maybe it was like it was a helpful hurt. Hopefully not a pain hurt. If it's pain hurt, you should be backing out of it. And pull that right palm back in towards you. Extend that left arm high. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left palm down. Lower to your forearms one at a time. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms come to meet in a prayer position. Keep that triangle for your dolphin pose. Tuck your 10 toes. Lift your knees and begin to walk your feet as close as you can to your elbows without buckling. Do your best to keep your gaze straight down. But if you feel like you're jamming the neck, then look back, but keep your head lifted from the mat. Staying here, breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to the knees. Take a child's pose. And downward facing dog. Good. High to the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look ahead. Step float, top end of your mat. Feet how you'd like. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, arms reach out, stand up, 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 up. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Samasthiti. Shift the weight into the left standing leg. Draw that right knee up towards you for your stork pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands stay at heart center. Kick that right foot back. Warrior 3. Chest aiming to be parallel. Hips aiming to be parallel. Spin your inner right thigh high. If you're really wobbly, put a soft bend into that left knee. Or reach to the crown of the head. Reach to that flying heel. Good. Big step back, crescent lunge. Hands stay at heart center. Ball of that back foot touches down. Adjust your stance. About hips width distance from that front heel towards those back tippy toes. And you can decide. You can decide what you want to do with that back knee. We're going to eventually straighten it anyway, so maybe just keep a soft bend in it for now. Hands stay at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook that right tricep over that left thigh. Now you have the option to lower that back knee down. That's an option. Or straighten through that back thigh, driving that right heel away from you. Use the palms at heart center to your advantage. Pushing in. Twisting open towards the left. Keep your gaze down so you don't fall over. And even if you do fall over, you can come right back into it. Okay. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms open. Spin that back heel flat. That's a hard transition, but I love it. It's a good one. Drive that front left knee out towards your pinky toe. Able to see the big toe on the toe next to it. So if your breath started to get a little lost, come back to it now. Lift out of that back and arch. Even out the position of your hips. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, reaching forward. Flip that front palm, reverse up and over. Add a half bind. Wrap your right hand behind the lower back. Send that flying pinky down. Inhale. Exhale, straighten to that left leg. Keep your half bind. Reach your left arm forward. Shorten the gap between your heels. Toe heel your right foot in just a bit for your Trikonasana. So right hand still stays. With your right hand, pull your hips back. Pull your hips back, reach forward with that left hand, and then tip. Left hand very gently finds that left shin. Very effortlessly, very gracefully finds that left shin. Maybe even the fingertips barely touch the inside of that left calf. So wherever you're at, straighten through that left arm. Roll your right shoulder back. Push your hips with the back of your right hand behind you. Push your hips slightly forward and then lean back into that right arm. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Gaze down, gaze towards the side, or gaze up. You're doing great. Look down. Reach that right arm high, inhale. Exhale, arms come back to a T. Rebend into that front left knee, warrior 2. Maybe lengthen your stride out again as we shorten it. Good, reach forward, cartwheel the hands down, send onto the ball of that back foot, step back, high to low, chaturanga or skip. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And when I do it, when I'm not feeling the back bend, is I'll just do a chaturanga push up and go straight to down dog. That's what I do. It's so much easier, just kidding, it's really, really hard. High the tippy toes, bend the knees like forward, step float outside of the hands, prayer squat, a little bit of a pit stop, turn those 10 toes away, bend into the knees, sit nice and low. You have the blocks present. If you have them present, then use them. Hands heart center, push out inside those knees. Hands lower down, lead through the glutes straight into the legs. Turn the 10 tippy toes forward, soft bend into the knees. Variation of our straddle legs. Walk those hands in between the legs behind you, sitting those fingertips behind you. Pull yourself through the opening of the legs and tip your weight a little bit more forward. Good. Crawl those fingertips back ahead and begin to toe heel the feet in, hips with distance, or big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart center, keep them there. Shift the weight in the right standing line. Draw your left knee up towards you. Stork pose, warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, kick that left foot back. Go as slow as possible. Everything aims to be a capital T. Chest parallel, hips parallel, rolling the inner left thigh high. Breathe. Big step back, ball of that back foot, crescent lunge, Vinyasa. Adjust your stance, find some buoyancy, find some lightness. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Optional, lower that back left knee down. No issue in that. If you take the twist and you realize that your stride is too short, then toe heel that back foot a little bit further away from you and then straighten through that back. So remember that if you decide to lower that back knee down, that doesn't mean that you've just given up. That means that you've modified according to what your body needs this morning. Push, push, push in the heart center. Try to enjoy it. Should feel good in the lower back. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Take your time. Cartwheel the arms open. Send that back heel flat. And adjust so that your front right heel is shooting towards that back inner left arch. Slow down your breathing. There it is. Reach forward. Put that front palm reverse. Add your half bind. Hooking that left hand behind the lower back. Send that bind pinky down. Straighten through that front right thigh. Keep the half bind. Toe heel that left foot in. Trikonasana. Right arm reaches forward. With that left hand, pull your hips back and gently reach across that right thigh. Dipping that right hand down towards that right shin, that right calf. Gaze is entirely up to you, wherever it doesn't bother the neck. Ease up on those tippy toes. Can you wiggle them? The answer should be yes. Left arm reaches high, inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back up, rebend to that friendly warrior 2. Adjust your stance again. Awesome. Reach forward, windmill hands down, spin onto the ball of that back foot. Step back, high low, chaturanga or skip. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. High to the tippy toes. Bend the knees like a head, step float, outsides of hands, prayer squat, Vinyasa. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Ooh, hands to heart center. Use those elbows, push out on the inner thighs. Crow pose, hands come down, lead to the glutes, straighten to the leg, toe heel the feet in. Either big toes to touch, or you can keep the feet about hips at distance. I'll give you a little bit to play here. Crow, maybe you have a variation for the headstand. You've been working on your crow to jump back. Let's play with it now. Crow pose. Palms flat, shoulder width distance, bend those elbows back, hike the knees high into the armpits. Look forward, shift forward. Hopefully one foot lifts up, and then the other foot comes to meet it. We're all gonna find our way back to a child's pose. Child's pose. Good moment to grab some water and towel off. Resting for just a little bit longer. Coming back into this place if you began to drift somewhere else. And we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, left leg reaches high towards the ceiling. Bend that knee, open up the hip. Stay here, add some movement, rolling out the ankle, making circles with the knee in both directions. Come back through your three-legged dog, explore the hips down, pausing here. Walk those hands back towards that right foot. Standing splits at the back end of your mat. Take your blocks with you if you need. And if you have a wall behind you, then it's actually kind of perfect because you can gauge that stretch. You can use that wall by propping your left tippy toes against it, and your hands might be a little bit further ahead, but you basically push back if you have the wall directly behind you. If you don't, like me, well then you don't have to do that. Fold it over. One more inhale. Exhale, left knee towards the nose, round to the spine. You're still at the back end of the mat. Now here's where it gets funky. Start to kick your left foot in front of you, pop up to your right tippy toes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You really have to pull that left knee in and kick it forward. Left heel in front of you. Use your hands lower down to your bum. How do we do? Okay. All right, left leg in front of you, right knee is bent. Let's take our Jani Shasana first, actually. So let that right knee butterfly open, toe heel that right foot in to meet the inner left thigh. If you were like that, went horribly, Alex, good news, we have the other side to do, and we're gonna practice on the other side. Left tippy toes back towards you, fingertips outside that left knee, roll your shoulders back, inhale, exhale, curl those fingertips forward. So for this variation, we are keeping the left leg straight. We're not taking it out towards the left edge of our mat. Walking those fingertips back towards you. Bend into your left knee for an easy seated pose. So bend into your left knee, left shin in front of the right shin now. Move your tushy out of the way. Reach both arms high, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Oh, what a nice open twist. Right hand outside that left knee, left fingertips towards the base of the spine. Use your back left elbow to prop yourself more upright. Slow down. Relax your right shoulder away from that right ear. Soft bend into the right elbow. Gaze ahead first. Gently unwind the body. Reach both arms back high. Inhale. Exhale. Tip forward. Lean forward. Hands, fingertips. Release down towards the mat with a flat back. crawl over those shins. And I tuck my fingertips so I can kind of grip the mat a little bit and pull my chest forward. That way when I pull my chest forward, I have a better chance of straightening through my lower back, my mid back, as I reach those sits bones down. Some of you may be so bendy that you actually lower down to your forearms as well. But if you lower down to your forearms, see how my mid back is starting to lose that connection a little bit, and come back higher. I think I shared in the last classes that I'm really becoming aware of the position of my back, especially because I have back issues. So I'm really trying to fix these issues that I think I've just built in over time and without the use of a mirror or a video. So I've been using the virtual to my advantage and looking at myself in the video when I teach you, and I definitely encourage you to do the same, or get yourself a mirror and prop it up where you can see yourself. Good. Crawl those hands back towards you. Extend that left leg back ahead of you and bend into your right knee. So go back to the same shape that we had before. That left leg is in front of you. That right knee is bent. So we're going forward. We're going to roll over our right tippy toes. Use your hands and bend into your front left knee. Now you're in your low lunge. Roll, roll, roll. Scoot that front foot ahead of you. Reach both arms high. Awesome. We are not going to take a twist here. Instead, we're going to open the arms to a T. This is one of my favorite chest openers. You reach your fingertips away from you, broaden the chest, roll your shoulders back, and you offer your heart up towards the ceiling. Oh my goodness, it feels good. But you have to reach in opposite directions. Reach, 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 open. You can bend even more into that front knee. Maybe place the top of that back foot flat. Good. Reach both arms back high. Inhale. Exhale, the hands come down. Tuck those back right tippy toes. Lift that back knee up. Pivot yourself to the right. Straddle forward fold. I know you have no idea where we're going, and that's great. I want you to be surprised. All 10 tippy toes towards the long right edge of your mat. Hang heavy here. Palms, forearms, blocks. If you are ready to go upside down in a headstand or a handstand, do it. Otherwise, enjoy the stretch. We're going to have to do it on the other side anyway. So maybe this one will be the play, and the other one will be the stretch, or maybe this one's the stretch and the other one's the play. Back up to the fingertips. Carefully, slowly spin yourself back to face the top edge of your mat. Plant your palms. Step yourself back. High to low, chaturanga or skip. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up high. Reaching through that flying heel. Stay, crawl the hands back, back, back towards the back end of your mat, standing splits. Spinning your inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. So roll that right hip bone down. If you have that wall, you can tuck your tippy toes and push yourself back. Okay, let's get it over with. Come up to the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, right knee towards the nose. Round, curl in. Pop up to your left tippy toes. Kick your right leg forward. Kick it forward. And then lower yourself to your bum. And if you're like, that's not going to work for me, we'll just come onto your bum, right leg forward. Left knee up. Janu Shasana. Butterfly that left knee open. Sole of the left foot comes to meet that inner right thigh. Fingertips outside the knee. Inhale. Exhale, crawl yourself forward. And coming back upright. Bend into your right knee, cross your right shin in front of the left. Easy seated pose. Reach both arms up, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand hooks outside that right knee, right fingertips towards the base of the spine. Spin your chest open. And gaze ahead. Slowly unwind, reach both arms up, inhale. Exhale, tip forward, lean forward over those shins, releasing the fingertips down, flat back, maybe crawling a little bit more forward. It's been really cute because when I first tried to bring my kitten in when I would practice yoga, she'd be all over me. She'd be biting my hair. She'd be biting my clothes. And now it's been our little routine that she comes in here with me and she sleeps right next to the window, or she will be right next to me, but she'll just be all curled up. In other words, she's being a very good girl. Curl those fingertips back towards you. Extend that right leg forward and bend into your left knee. So right leg forward, left knee is bent. We'll slide forward, rolling over those left tippy toes into our low lunge. Bending into that front knee and reaching the arms up. Taking one of the greatest chest openers. Arms come to a T. And spread those fingers out wide. I'm going to have to reposition because I'm touching the wall. Bend that front knee, spread your arms open, lift up like you're rolling over a slightly big beach ball behind you, offering your chest and your heart up. And again, you can make it a longer, low lunge. Reach both arms back high. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Tap those back. Left tippy toes, lift your back knee up and spin yourself to the left in your straddle forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana, hanging header. Again, if you want to go upside down this time, a headstand, a handstand, there's an option. Back up to the palms. Spin yourself to face forward. Plant those palms, step back, kind of low chaturanga or skip. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lowering down, child's pose. And sitting up onto the heels. So I'm debating right now what peak pose I want to give you. I think I'd Yeah, okay, so I think I'm gonna offer either, I'm gonna offer you side crow, which is what we worked on this past week, if you're interested in taking your arm balance. The other option that I'm going to throw out is going to be a classical headstand, but you will pivot your hips. And I'll demo both, and it's gonna take me probably a solid 3 minutes, so just bear with me. Side crow we were working on last week, it is a twisted variation of a crow. It's on your side instead of straight forward. There is a cheater's way of doing side crow that isn't actually side crow. But I know many students who were introduced to side crow in this way, where a teacher told them, lower down to your tippy toes and hook both your elbows on your hip, plant your palms down, and you rest your entire thigh across both triceps. That's not actually side crow. That's a transition into an arm balance called twisted fallen angel. So it's not the same thing. And I'm going to teach you the right way to do side crow right now, and you are strong enough and you are capable enough to do it. However, if you don't want to do that and you want to take this time to chill out, you can put your legs up the wall, you can take a child's pose. Those of you that are interested in side crow, you come down to your tippy toe squat, and you can come long ways onto your mat for now so that your hands get the cushy part instead of the floor. You'll hook one side over. So I'm gonna hook my right elbow over to the left. There's my twist. My right palm comes down and my left palm comes down. My fingertips are headed in the same direction as my tippy toes, so straight ahead. They're not away from me from the side, pointing up towards the top end of the mat. They're pointing towards the long edge of my mat if I come long ways like so. My palms are shoulder width distance apart like my crow. The only difference is my thigh is only making contact with one tricep, one elbow here. And that's the challenge. I have to pop up my hips. I have to bend my elbows back, and I'm resting my left thigh on my right tricep. Now, as I lift my hips up and I bend both elbows back, notice how this left arm is just, it doesn't really have a job. That arm, use it to your slight advantage by hooking in. So hug that left arm, that left tricep in towards the ribcage, just to give you a little extra support. But most of the support will come from that right tricep. I'm gonna walk my feet towards the bottom edge of my mat, towards the long edge of my mat. I'm gonna take my bottom foot, which is my left foot, forward, and then lean a little bit slightly forward, see if I can stack my right foot on top. It is a balance, which is why, right, you have to hook that arm over as high as you can on top of that thigh. So again, I'm coming up to my tippy toes. I'm gonna hook. Now I'm doing the other side. My left arm, left tricep over that right thigh, palms flat, shoulder width distance. I lift my hips up, I bend my elbows back. I'm resting my thigh on top of that left tricep. I take my bottom foot, which is my right foot, forward, and stack my top foot on top. My knees are staying slightly bent here, very slightly. Let's have a go. If you're not interested in that, or if you do that and you're like, hey, I want to do something a little bit more challenging, then I want you to try your classical headstand with a twist. And there's two ways that I'm going to offer this. I'm going to offer this with knees in, and I'm going to offer this with legs straight, and we're going to see how it goes. But just for the next minute or so, choose crow or side crow right now. Side crow or crow, and then we'll get into the upside down for those of you that walk that. So crow or side crow right now. Nice, nice. All right, about 30 more seconds. All right. When you've attempted crow, side crow, which is not easy, side crow is definitely more challenging than crow, right? That's like the next step up from crow is side crow. So if you're getting frustrated, don't. It will come. You just have to keep exposing yourself to it. All right, next option is to move towards the upside down. If you're not interested, put your legs up the wall, and that will be your time upside down. Otherwise, for my classical headstanders, we'll interlace our fingers, pinkies next to our neighbors, elbows underneath the shoulders. We keep that triangle shape. When you go upside down in your classical headstand, I don't want you to take your legs all the way up. I want you to keep your knees in towards you, and what you'll do is you'll rotate your hips side to side. Not side to side, but side to side, all right? Difference, not side to side, up and down, side to side, forwards and backwards. And I'll show you from this view first, from this angle, coming into it. So when I come into my headstand, top of my head is down, elbows underneath my shoulders, I walk my feet in. I'm not gonna take my legs all the way up. I'm gonna keep my knees in towards my chest, and I'm gonna rotate my knees to one side, and my knees to the other side, and my knees to one side, and my knees to the other side. And then after I've had that bit of play, I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna rest, and I'm gonna take a moment. Now you could do the same thing, and you could try it with the legs semi-straight. If I'm coming up, it's not going to be a big twist. But I come up, right? I keep my knees in, but I straighten my legs out slightly, and I go side to side, to side, to side. And your hips are not going to be perfectly stacked on your shoulders here. So you're really going to have to push down through your elbows. Let's have a go. If you're not interested, legs up the wall, and then of course you have the option to take another inversion of your choice, handstand, forearm stand. We just need something flowing. We need a pose that will get the blood flowing in the opposite direction. This is just for funsies. And when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm so tired, Alex. It was a hard class. Yes, it was a hard class. You can put your legs up the wall. I don't know what this piece of hair is doing right now. This one didn't want to stay in the bun. My hair is growing ferociously long right now, which I've been very excited about. I can't wait to braid it again. I cannot wait. Well done, well done. All right, 2 more minutes to play, or use those 2 minutes to put your legs up the wall, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my legs up the wall. Last couple of attempts if you're working on that inversion. And then wherever you are at, take your time finding your way back onto your mat. Onto the back. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, or squeeze, rocking side to side. Placing the soles of the feet flat. Moving towards our Supta Baddha Konasana. Or excuse me, not Supta Baddha Konasana. Lying down number 4. I said that with so much confidence too. The left ankle crosses over the right thigh, flexing into the left tippy toes. First option is to use that left hand, drive that left thigh away from you. Second option is to lace the hands or the opening of the legs, reaching for that right hamstring or across that right shin bone. Very slowly release, placing the sole of the right foot flat, placing the sole of the left foot flat, moving towards the other side, right ankle crosses over that left thigh, flex into the right tippy toes. Use that right hand, drive that right thigh away from you, or place the hands through the opening of the legs, reach behind that left hamstring or across that left shin bone. And slowly release, placing the sole of the left foot flat, placing the sole of the right foot flat. Drawing those knees back in towards the chest. Keep hold of the right knee and extend that left leg long and flat for your wind removing pose. Your shoulders fall heavy. Ease up to add your twist. Left hand pulls that right knee across the body. Right arm out to half a T or cactus the arm. Gaze up or gaze across that right shoulder. Gaze back to the center. Pull the knee back to the center. And into both knees, drawing them in towards the chest, squeeze. Keep the left knee in, extend that right leg long and flat onto the mat when you're moving pose. Use that to add the twist. Use that right hand. Pull that left knee off to the right side. Left arm out to half a T or cactus the arm. Gaze up or gaze across the left shoulder. And back to the center. Then into the right knee, draw both knees in, squeeze. One last stretch for the day. Banana asana. Take those legs long and flat into the mat. Reach the arms up and overhead. Walk your feet towards the bottom left corner of your mat. Cross the right ankle on top. Place the right hand into the left palm and reach the arms up and over towards the top left corner of the mat. I'll say it again. Feet towards the bottom left. Cross your right ankle on top of the left. Right palm stacks on top of the left. Arms reach towards the top left corner of the mat. Uncross the ankles, bring the legs back to the center. Bring the arms back to the center and switch. Left palm on top of the right. Walk the feet towards the bottom right. Cross the left ankle on top. Reach the arms up and overhead towards the top right corner of the mat. Then cross the ankles. Bring the legs back to the center. Bring the arms back to the center. Moving towards your final resting pose of Shavasana. It could be a corpse pose or back to legs up the wall or using the props in a specific way. Whatever position will help you find most quickly and most certainly rest, peace. Letting go of all else. Being still. Very slowly Wiggle the fingers, the toes. Roll the wrists. Roll the ankles. Reach through the arms, reach through the legs. Keep the eyes closed. Take your time. Curling into a fetal position on your side. And rising up to an easy seated pose. Bringing the hands to heart center at Anjali Mudra. Dropping the chin down towards the chest. Once again, giving yourself a bow and thanks for showing up this morning. For working hard and being present. And moving the hands to third eye, center of the forehead. Giving thanks not only for each other, but for biological fathers, adopted fathers, fathers who fostered us, or individuals who stepped into our lives and guided us when we needed it most. And whatever this day brings for you or means to you personally, I hope that this brought some light, some comfort, some peace. So I bow to all of you in love and respect and say namaste. Thanks everyone so much. If you have any questions, please let me know.